Hey everybody, it's Grant, and today we have a special treat for you. We have one of my absolute favorite people in the entire world, Dr. Rhodes, who is going to grace us with an amazing tour of his $7 million of his $25 million portfolio. In today's video, we are going to go over a lot of things that are going to help you in your real estate journey, as well as look at some amazing, beautiful, and spectacular properties. When it comes down to it, one of the main things we're going to touch on in this video is never, ever sacrifice from or stray from your model. Whatever you decide you're going to buy real estate for, or the principles that you're going to live by while buying real estate, make sure you stick to them. We're going to show where I actually broke my #1 rule in real estate, and I think it'll teach us all a lesson. Also, what we're going to do is we're going to show you some creative ways to get financing with an owner of a property that is very motivated to sell. When it all comes down to it, I think you're going to really enjoy it, so let's get into the video. So just to make sure that you don't accidentally click out of this video, I'm going to give you a sneak peek of a few amazing aerial photos of one of the properties. And I'm not going to tell you exactly where it's at in this video, but you're going to enjoy all of this amazing real estate, the amazing deals, and definitely you're going to want to stay tuned to see the inside, outside, and all over of this amazing property. The first thing I'd like to do in this video is actually talk about Dr. Rhodes, who is a very good friend of mine as well as my family. Dr. Rhodes' reason for selling is, of course, the most simple. Not only did Dr. Rhodes retire at 45 years old, and his first year in real estate, which he is very proud of, made $2 million on his first year. His claim to fame has been selling 5-acre tracts of land, buying up trophy properties, which is his favorite term to talk about his favorite properties that you will see very many of in this video. But he also developed old and previously rundown golf courses, brought them back to their new glory, and sold them as subdivisions to land developers that then turned and made their own profits. He's sold not only subdivisions, but also one of my very favorite things that he does is this out-of-the-box thinking. He will stock and develop and dig ponds and turn these beautiful tracts of land into amazing ranches and sell them to celebrities and normal folk all the same. When it comes down to it, he has been a very amazing person in my life. I still remember riding four-wheelers on his property and seeing his zebra and all the other crazy exotic items he has. He's been such a good family friend that the reason that he's truly selling his property in this video today is he's always known my father, and my father and him have been really good friends for a very long period of time. And he watched my father die at 61 years old, and now he is over 65 years old, and he doesn't want to have that same outcome. Whatever time he has left on this earth, which I believe is many, many more years to come, he wants to enjoy it with his friends, his family, and not worrying about anything, because he's amassed a $25 million net worth over his lifetime. I hope you're buckled up for this one, because me and Kayla are ready to go. So one of the biggest things while we're watching the trip to get there is make sure that you never, ever break your core rules. So this deal is the one that I broke the core rules on, and my rules are very simple. Just never turn your nose up at any property that's offered to you. And as you can see, we're pulling up to Walker Road, which is 8 apartments. They are from the 1970s. It sits on a beautiful 3-acre lot. And when I was first called about this deal, I was a little stressed out because I was currently building a lot of projects, one of which was my absolute biggest project ever. And I didn't go look at this property, which ended up costing me quite a bit. And we'll get into that in a second. So let's go ahead and go inside of these amazing 2-bedroom, 1-bath, very nice and durable units. As you can see, this is the kitchen that we're in, and it is that beautiful paneling. I'm not a big fan of the paneling, however, when it comes to these, I've kind of come to terms that this makes the unit a lot more hard for the tenant to scratch walls and beat them up. As you can see though, the units are in relatively good condition. The floors have been updated, but it's just too much wood, so there will be probably something done to these units, or we'll just rent them for a little less. When it comes down to it, they have very large rooms and closets, and here's the thing. These are one of 2 units that have not been redone, and we're gonna get into the ones that have been redone in just a second. Here we are in the updated units. This is the only 3-bedroom and 2-bath that's actually at the complex. This one will be rented for about $1,200 a month. He's wanting 16, but he's also about to lower it to 12. As you can see, they have put travertine floors. It does need a good cleaning, and they have sheetrocked over that ugly paneling. When it comes down to it, they've really updated these units, and even though it needs a little TLC, I really enjoyed going through them. Here we are one more time on the outside of this 3.3 acre beautiful 8-unit complex that generates a sweet $7,800 in cash flow per month. So now that we covered the first property, let's go into the next. This property right here is his favorite type of trophy property, previous golf courses. So this used to be the Sulphur Carless Golf Course that he ended up buying over 100 acres and sectioning 70 acres off and selling them to a developer, and they've got a beautiful subdivision just next door. And as you can see, we're riding the country trail in my diesel. My diesel's never felt more at home because with me as a city boy, it doesn't really leave the asphalt. But as you can see, look at all these beautiful oak trees that this property has. We're actually driving on 33 acres. And even though these type of properties would take a little bit more know-how and to do than I normally do, look at the beautiful pond that's actually sitting in the middle of it. It's just absolutely breathtaking when you really get to just go and hang out at a place like this. Really and truly, me and Kayla had a ball. We probably enjoyed this property the absolute most, and rightfully so, because just how beautiful it is. You can see the cows roaming, and I'm sure someone's going to turn this into an amazing subdivision. So now let's head to a property that's way more in my wheelhouse. We are actually headed to his Cypress property, which, if that name rings a bell, we actually did a video on how we were going to develop our Cypress property, which is just down the street. And we actually bought 1.2 acres for $210,000, but we're going to be able to build that into 26 apartments. The next place he brought me to was his office. Now, he's not selling this, but it is very enticing because look at this beautiful attorney's office that he bought just several years ago. It's so absolutely beautiful, and he added on so much more square footage in the back. It's really neat the way he does stuff. But as you can see, all the various offices, he's furnished them all. Some of the furniture is from the 1600s, especially this one right here. So as we pan through this room, we got to focus on this desk. I'm a desk fan, and when I saw this desk, I had to know why it looked so familiar. It is an exact copy of the Resolute desk that the President of the United States has sat at since our country was founded. This beautiful desk is literally a exact one-to-one copy of the exact same president's desk with the secret compartments and all of the amazing feats of this actual piece of art. And here's just an exterior view of what the beautiful addition he added to this building looks like. And it's got that beautiful rustic feel. So next up, we're going to a lot that is on a local bayou, and this is waterfront property for a very affordable price. And truth be told, I would think that it would fetch a pretty penny if you built a spec house out here. So it's just along the journey, it's something that he showed me, and hey, he even said if I buy a few pieces of property, he might make the deal a little sweeter. Who knows? He might throw this in. Next up, we're going to get into some bigger things that he has. This one is more my speed, or a hybrid of both. I'm an apartment person, but he loves land and subdivisions. Right here, we're driving in the Sterlington subdivision, and he owns, as you can see, all of these signs just plop, pop, pop, all these signs just sitting here on the side of the road. He owns 18 lots inside this subdivision, and they're already, really neat fact, padded. So he brought in, did the work, and got all of the subdivision lots padded and ready to go for that next home buyer. As you can see, these beautiful, beautiful houses are out here. And truth be told, with the pads being done, the land being valued at a very affordable price, it is right for somebody to come pick it up, maybe even me, and get into specs, or if they're already doing it, just continue what they're doing here. It's an amazing property, and truth be told, I'm just kind of sitting here thinking how great it would look to have Sterlington sign redone and have Kayla's name, my realtor and fiance's name, all over this entire subdivision. Very tempting. Here's one more view at this beautiful property that he owns 18 lots in, already padded and ready to go for a future home buyer to be very happy. This next piece is right in my wheelhouse. This is right off of the highway on Prater Road. This beautiful tract of land is 9 acres. He's already got it ready to go and been developed by a civil engineer, ready to put 47 mind-blowing lots. 47, and you heard me, ready to go, city sewer and city water. And I'm telling you, this is right where I used to live. My original house I built for myself is right down the street from this subdivision, which is Glen Taylor Estates. And I'm telling you, it's an amazing piece of property that you could even turn around and build some apartments on and really make it nice. Now, here we go. We are headed to the final place that I told you guys about, the one I hinted at the very beginning of this video. We are headed to the Duval camp. This beautiful, amazing camp does not even disappoint you when you see the brick gate. As you can see, we are driving through one of the most breathtaking views I have ever seen. I have lived in the Lake Charles area. I've been to Los Angeles. I've been all over the country and other places, and I have never been as floored as I was looking at this beautiful, amazing piece of real estate. This venue, this compound, comes with 3 fully stocked ponds, a amazing mansion-ish, right? Kayla tells me it's not a mansion because it's not 8,000 square foot on just this main house. This main house has 5,500 square feet. He has 40 total acres of property. And I'll go ahead and share with you me and Kayla's reaction on that day on how excited we were. Excited?
So excited. Look how pretty this place is.
As you can see, the front yard, the front subdivision of this property was absolutely breathtaking. And let's go ahead and go inside and show you a few more things about this beautiful home. As you can see, this house is drop dead gorgeous. And what's that? Maybe we have another one of these amazing desks. He has 3 of these copies, these 1-to-1 copies of the Resolute desk. And look at this one. This one's barely been sat at. He put this at this camp and he's never moved it. He's owned this camp for about a decade now, and this is one of his biggest treasures that he owns. Just look at the detail, and his favorite thing that he told me about this was even the president doesn't have this right here, this armoire. I don't know what you would call it. Comment below whatever it would be called. And now let's get into the rest of this house. Look at this beautiful kitchen. This beautiful kitchen has 3 sinks, a Wolf stainless steel appliance set, and all of the amenities that you could ever want in a beautiful home just like this. Look at this beautiful foyer with all of this amazing natural light. Also look at the entertainment center. That is about a $40,000 entertainment center, folks. Next up, let's go to the bedroom. This bedroom is a very spacious and luxurious, amazing master suite. When it comes down to it though, not only is the room beautiful, but check out this amazing view. We're gonna get back to that in a second, but first, let's go into the bathroom. You would think that, this bathroom would be as glorious as this house, and you would not be mistaken. Look how absolutely drop dead gorgeous this bathroom is. Literally every single thing has been thought of when it comes to these ornate handles, the amazing woodwork, and look at this car wash of a shower. There is water that will hit you from every single way, and if you don't go in there with a snorkel, you might just drown. When it all comes down to it, I don't know about you, but this is probably my favorite part to the house, aside from this amazing closet. Look at this giant 2-bedroom apartment that is actually a closet. I don't know if I have enough clothes to fit in here, but I don't know where Kayla's gonna put her clothes, but I love this room. And truth be told, if you think about it, you could probably rent this closet out for at least $1,200 a month. So as we go back into the family room, let me show you the coolest room in this entire house. You thought it was the closet? Well, you thought wrong. Look at this amazing living room. One of my favorite views from the house as well was just kind of like panning back through this room where you could see the living room, the family room, and the kitchen, and take a look at the sneak peek of the view that you would have on these 40 acres in this beautiful home. So here's one of Doc's biggest expenses, and he added this beautiful outdoor cooking area to the actual house, and I think it fits right in and looks absolutely amazing. Right here is that $1 million view of your 40-acre property, where your property line is actually the tree line that you see in the very back. He also put this beautiful fountain right here that really dresses up the property. When it all comes down to it though, Doc actually made a steal of a deal on this actual property. One of my favorite things about this property is the actual deal itself. So Dr. Rhodes made his name for himself because of the amazing deals that he makes on these properties. This property was rumored to be built for $3 million back in the early 2000s. It's only been lived in for only 1 year by the original property owner. Doc ended up picking this house up for $950,000. When you take in all of the extras that he put in, he's got about $1.6 million in this property. And how amazing is it to see how beautiful this beautiful area. And just so you know, just the gutters on this house are worth $150,000 because they are made out of copper. This house did not spare a single expense, and it has been very awesome to go through it. Next up, we have this 5-bay RV style shop. As you can see, he built this beautiful outdoor area right in front of the first 2 bays. And inside the first 2 bays, he built what he calls his man camp, where, as you can see, this beautiful cooking area, stairwell, and this amazing room that you can come in here and play poker with your friends or do whatever in. Also inside of this entire 2 bays is you have a 3-bedroom, 3-bath set of apartments, one up this stairwell and the other one that you just saw. And once again, look at all these crazy things that he has. He's got old cash registers, old mail slots, everything. And these things are all worth so much money. It's just so interesting to see exactly his taste and how he puts it all together. Here's a beautiful side view of the property, where also, another fun fact, it actually irrigates itself with the water from the man-made ponds. What it ends up doing is it takes the irrigation from the water, it takes the water it needs for the irrigation system and then uses it through the sprinkler system that I could only imagine how much it costs. I would say $150,000 sprinkler. I wouldn't know. But as you can see, this beautiful property, and it is so sad to see it go. When he actually invited me out here, I had no idea what I was getting into. And now I've got the old thought process. Maybe this property is for me. Maybe we might need to end up having a camp ourselves that we might be able to Airbnb or so. So if you guys think that's a fantastic idea, please comment below if we should pick up this amazing camp. And he offered to owner finance it to me, and the deals were pretty sweet and pretty hard to pass up. So it's been something I have been thinking about for about the last week. So as I said in the beginning of this video, you never want to break away from the model that you create for purchasing and developing real estate. Why I tell you that is, now more than ever, I can assure you that you never, ever break these rules. The first time I've broken this rule, and it has cost me dearly. What I mean by that is Dr. Rhodes called me first for me to look at these beautiful 8 apartments, and he also said he had some other land he was looking to sell. When it all comes down to it, I like newer construction, so the older, the more maintenance deterred me. Also, I was in the middle of building all of my projects, and my biggest project ever that's going to take a lot of my capital. So I also explained, Doc, I just can't. I don't have the time right now. Well, guess what? Now I'm out here looking at all these properties and loving what I'm seeing. He's also, as I said before, showing you that there is other options than just being able to go to a bank and getting a loan. He's offering owner financing on these as well. And on top of all of that, if I want to take advantage of that amazing financing opportunity, I want to take advantage of these beautiful properties, I now, because I didn't come out here the first time, have to pay real estate fees on top of whatever I purchase. That's it for the video, guys. I know you enjoyed it, so I'm not even gonna ask. Please power up that like button because I know you enjoyed seeing this $7 million portion of a $25 million real estate portfolio. If you enjoy videos like this, please comment anything you'd like to see in future videos, especially things you liked out of this one, like that amazing house. Also, please subscribe to our channel. We also need you to hit that notification bell so it'll notify you anytime that we post. We post every Wednesday and Friday. On top of all of that, I hope you have a fantastic afternoon, and I will see you on the next one.